Recording is on.
And we are live. Welcome everybody to another episode of You Know What? Let me just say podcast. I am your host, Ray. With me as always, we have Father.
African and proud.
We got D Wolf
Yo, what's good?
and the number one motherfucking gaslighter on YouTube. We got Dion.
That's right.
It's Women's History Month, ladies and gentlemen. Well, anyway,
Oh man, gentlemen, how are we doing today?
I'm tired, but we here.
I'm full.
Shoot. I went took a nap. I woke up. It was 9:50. I said, "Oh shit, we do this podcast." That's what it's. Um, I would okay. I would ask what we start with, but I actually want to start with this. Dion, why do you be?
yo,
Would you like to explain to the people why you do be gaslighting? With
okay. So we're really opening with this one.
Yes.
yeah,
So short version of it, chick on TikTok made the statement that telling women to pick better men is just a way of gaslighting women into taking responsibility for how men behave. Did I say that correctly?
something like that. Yeah. Something like
But
that. If you would, I can
so
find the video. But go
so
ahead. Go
all I
ahead, do your
said
thing.
was in my opinion, I don't really feel like it's gaslighting. Like how often do you how often do you see situations where women deal with cats who obviously are no even if not even necessarily no good for them, just no good in general.
Define no good, Dion.
Always going after you know the bad boys, the hood niggas, whatever, shit like that. But then some bullshit happens, they get their feelings hurt, they get embarrassed in whatever way, shape, or form, and then got the audacity to come back and be like, "Oh, niggas ain't shit," and XYZ.
But I mean, you can understand why they would say that, right? They got hurt.
Okay, on one hand, I
When
get
you're
that,
hurt, when you're in
but
pain,
at the
you
same
react.
okay, but at the same time, these women need to understand. Okay, you can't just make a broad statement like that. The person you got with ain't shit.
And to that, I say, who the fuck cares if it's general or not? Nigga, I'm hurt. Are you gonna help heal this pain, or are you just gonna gaslight me? Because if you're gonna just
I'm
if you're just gonna pour salt on the wound, you just don't say anything.
I'm not pouring salt on anything. All I'm saying is you can't lump us all with this one nigga just because he treated you like garbage or whatever.
And that's why they say a hit dog will holler. Because in that particular case, if it ain't got nothing to do with you, why are you commenting? You know what I'm saying? Like if she says niggas ain't shit,
True.
and you go over there to say, well, not all niggas, then bruh, like she's not talking about you then. You're not the one that hurt her, right?
All right, but it's
No,
it's the
there's no
fact that
but.
you
You're
hear
not
it
the
so
one that hurt her,
often
right?
from so many different women. It's just like, come on, bro.
But you're not the one that hurt them, right? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, then. So that's it.
Well, it depends. I've had my moments in the past, but that's
No, but
neither
what
here
I'm
nor there.
saying, Dion, is you can't take it personally. They're gonna generalize because they're hurt. They're reacting to the hurt. If it didn't hurt, they wouldn't be speaking on it.
True.
So when it comes to that shit, that's why they say it's gaslighting, because telling a woman to pick better men is like telling someone who got food poisoning to pick better food.
You need to.
Like, it doesn't help anything.
They need to be more specific. Everybody needs to be, but women rarely do. They're rarely specific. So then we have to look back at them like, okay, then what do you want? Like who? Because then we have it's just a whole trial and error and bullshit. Then we have to fall into bullshit and argue. Yeah,
You know
they
what,
just need
people?
to be because I always go through by this like straight up and down. They run on emotion, so that's already I already have to expect that when going in. So whatever they have to say and argue about, I'm like, okay, just gotta remember they're emotional. Just dial it back. Don't get angry. Sit back. Let them get it out and shit like that. You know, and then attack the situation. Try to fix it. But keeping that in mind, and you have to let them know that too. When you argue with them, you have to let them know that you understand, because if you don't acknowledge their pain, it's over. Yeah, it's not over, but. So yeah, but the thing is, I always realize that every woman I've been with, like they're never specific, and it makes it difficult to try to reason with them. And like I said, see, I just said reason. We are like that. They aren't. They ain't gonna go there yet. And that's the balance that we have to achieve. We have to be able to be like, we have to show them, okay, this is what's needed, and they have to tell us to recognize their emotions, to be emotional, to match their energy. But at the same time, we have to be like, you got to learn how to keep that in check, because some things are blown out of proportion when it doesn't have to be. Because every time I see a woman argue, they always like, they're never specific. All I hear is ain't good, or no good, or this and that. I'm like, what do you mean? I will watch videos of these women complain, like, what exactly? So I'll know because I want to be able to say if I take your side or not. Like, if you're gonna complain, because usually when you see guys complain about women, they always break down what she does, this and the other. Only time a woman does it if she's spilling out exactly what happened to her in particular. But if she doesn't want to give information about her situation, she will never say what the hell he did. I'm like, I want to go out, and our reaction, we always want to save him. We always want to be the hero and jump in and save the woman when she's in distress. But how can you do that when you know he could be innocent in this? We know how y'all are. It could be something innocent that y'all could fix like that. But you got to learn how to, that's our job. We got to just learn how to maneuver through that and find a way to talk to them properly. It's difficult, but.
Fellow Gister in the building. I think that's Xavier, right? This is Xavier.
Yep, it's me.
What's up, Xavier?
What's up, Xavier?
Q was here, and
we're talking. Q was here. I'm waiting for him to come back, but we're talking about gaslighting. Go ahead, Xavier. So you can.
Wait, did you say for me to go?
If you had something to say, I don't know.
What is the?
So, all right, let me break it down. So the context is a woman is ranting about niggas being ain't shit, and someone says, you blaming the woman, saying that niggas ain't shit for her predicament is gaslighting, like blaming her for being in a position to be hurt by that nigga and her complaining about it. Someone saying that, oh, you should pick better men is gaslighting. That's basically what we're talking about.
Okay. So is the topic like, do I agree with that being gaslighting?
Yeah. Do you agree that the statement being made is gaslighting? That if she picks better men, is that gaslighting?
So pick better men or pick better women, is it gaslighting?
In a sense, okay, technically yes, but it is also a fact. Only reason why I think that it somewhat is a fact is simply because there are women who go back to the same type of guys because that's what they're comfortable with, or they want that particular type of guy, and they never seem to want to branch out and get the quote unquote good guy, so they continue to get into relationships just like the last one, and then they love to complain that, oh, he's just like the rest of them, oh, he's just like XYZ. But I'm like, if he's doing the same thing, if he's from the same area, or if he's doing the same stuff that other ones did, don't you think you will get the same result? So at that point, it's like choosing better. But it's hard for people to take criticism like that and not take it to heart and be sensitive and want to be upset and go off on you. But I'm like, well, what they're saying is not a lie. So am I really gaslighting you, or am I really looking out for you? I'm saying stop going for those ghetto fried chickens and do something better. But if that's the environment that you're in, then I guess there's nothing else for us to do. So technically, yes, in a way it can be gaslighting, but I know I've definitely said that out of my mouth, so I guess I could be a gaslighter.
Funny thing is, I don't even think it's on purpose. That's just like the default setting.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it is like obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a nigga hurt you, then pick someone better than the nigga. I mean, that's obvious, right? But I think in this particular case, the problem with this is that what does a better man look like? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not obvious for a lot of people, even though it should be obvious. It's like I said, the dating pool got pee in it, so like sometimes it's not obvious to people, and you know that's why we call them game goofy, because it's like, bruh, you really getting hurt by the same niggas over and over and over again, and we're literally telling you, bruh. Like, no, you know what? I'll even say this, and I know Ray, like, he can co-sign this right here. You can see if a nigga ain't shit or not. You can see it sometimes.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, the nigga will walk in the room like, that nigga ain't shit.
I've said this too.
But the difference is that it's subjective. We know that the nigga ain't shit. She might not know. You know what I'm saying? It's subjective.
Right.
People are in like different, stages in life. So that's why that's why it's considered gaslighting, because maybe they're not at that stage to see that yet. Or maybe that person needs therapy and they don't even fucking know it, so they keep going to the same guy unconsciously and they don't see it. People are fucking weird.
And they're simply in denial.
That's why they say, oh, such and such has a type. But okay, let me ask this question then. So going back to what I was saying, how women will walk around with this niggas ain't shit mentality, the whole all men are whatever. Going off of what we just said, and that count as a form of gaslighting too?
What?
Oh, the whole niggas ain't shit, all men, this, that, and the third, all of that bullshit.
Nah, that's not gaslighting. It's just generalizations.
Sometimes it takes a shock to the system for them, because I remember a lot of my female, I wouldn't say a lot of them, but a good amount of them, when they ask me advice because they want a guy's perspective. I'll tell them exactly what's up, and they will never listen until, like, I remember, I think it was like 3 of them. It's not until they got either a pregnancy scare or they were pregnant, that's when they get it and be like, oh shit, this is not who I shouldn't have done that. I'm like, I told you he's not the right one for you. What are you doing, yo? And then either after they done with the procedure or it didn't happen, that's when I see, like, let's say 2 years down the line, I'm looking at their pictures and shit and I'm seeing them happy with the dude. I'm like, see, why did it take all that, son? Now they're happy. They finally listened to me after they got the pregnancy scare or had to go through a procedure, because it just takes a shock or something to, like, really, like, they have to learn the hard way before they get it, because sometimes they just want to listen. They think because a lot of them feel like we're being controlling and shit. Now we're not being controlling. We're just trying to lead, which is our job. But you want to take it as controlling because you're emotional, which is what I like. I try to remind them, like, you're emotional. This is not an insult. This is your part in the whole dynamic of man and woman. I understand that, but we got to learn how to regulate that and find that balance because we're together. We each have a role here.
I have a theory about that, but I feel like this is going to delve into a whole other conversation.
Oh, go ahead, yo.
Okay. I think the issue with what you just said, I feel like there's a lot of women who confuse submission and enslavement.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I do kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Wait, and let me also say too, a lot of men have it confused as well.
That's very
Let's put that there too.
In the way they carry, the relationship, the situation, whatever. Yeah. But what I was going to say is this. Now, when you're enslaved by a motherfucker, it's forced upon you. You know what I'm saying? You're not given a say in XYZ. You're just told, do what so-and-so says or else. Now, when you're willingly doing something for somebody, when you willingly submit yourself to something, that's a whole other category. Because you're still in control of your actions. It's just you see the worth of that person, so yeah, you're willing to do whatever it is for them, whatever they ask you to do, even if they have to, assuming they even have to ask you to do a damn thing. Because truth be told, under the right right kind of vibe, right circumstances or whatever, neither side is going to have to ask the other for a goddamn thing. It's just going to motherfucking happen.
The one thing I'm gonna say real quick.
We're good.
No, one thing I'm gonna say real quick in regards to Xavier's point is the undesirable ass niggas that be doing that shit. The ones that be like, "But the man is the head of the household," them type niggas. The problem, I feel like, it starts from fucking religion, and I've said this so many times. It starts with them like taking certain quotes from the Bible or the Quran or whatever, and they literally misinterpret it to believe, oh, I'm a man, that means I'm the head. No, nigga.
It's not even misinterpretation. It's motherfuckers who take the words from those scriptures and shit and twist them to their benefit.
I'd say they forgot the part.
Means, Dion.
I'd say they forgot the part where we need to take more responsibility and we need to show our responsibility, because if we want to talk about religion, I get mad when people just bring up Eve like she's the one that fucked up. I'm like, no, wait, hold up. First of all, where were you? That's one. Number two, you joined in. Number three, you tried hiding first. You didn't take responsibility for the woman. That was your job, and you ran from this. Okay? Nobody brings that up when they talk about the Bible. Nobody. How I recognize that? Nobody brings that up. Like, he's just as guilty. That's why I'm like, I don't understand. So if you fast forward to now as men, it's like nothing's really changed since then. They are emotional. They will be lured. These things will happen. Our job is to make sure that shit doesn't happen. We got to look, and if shit goes wrong, if she fails, men need to be like, I'm responsible. I should have done better. What can I do better? None of them do that. They like to just look at a woman as a failure and use emotions as an excuse. I use emotions as that's what it is. I know what it is. How do I solve this? How do I work with this? None of them look at it like that. They make it their problem and don't take responsibility at all. Because that's my issue with it, especially when the religious folk like to bring that shit up.
Yeah. And to add on to your point, I would say, because I believe in this modern time, a lot of like men aren't really taught how to be like real men in this modern society, because everything is fucking convenient. Everything is at the click of a button. Like, I don't think a lot of men, like, there's men that know how to be men, but then again, there's a lot of men that think they know how to be men, but they fail miserably every time. But they don't see it because oh, they got all these women, they got all this money. It's a distraction for true masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
And they think because paying the bill that makes them
Exactly.
the man. Like,
Money's masculinity to them. I'm like, yo, can you hunt? If
And I'm
money
like,
was oh my god,
bruh, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know you could buy masculinity. True.
Can I say something? How's everybody doing?
greetings.
You sound muffled.
You sound real hollow right now, kid.
All right, hold
so
on.
do you, Ray. Sorry.
That's probably my bad, Mike.
Yo. Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes. Much better.
All right, cool. How's everybody doing? First of all,
Good.
I'm good. How you doing?
that's good. That's good. Yeah, Ray, you sound terrible. Um, First of all, I want to say this as a man, I've learned that my most valuable asset is my failures because in
Woo!
reality, a man truly understands what it takes to be a man from how he deals with his failures and how he bounced back. The problem with a lot of men in today's society is that their failures are being sheltered by people around them and people that they look up to instead of being acknowledged and being addressed, so that when they do get into a state where they don't meet their expectations in anything, because failure doesn't actually mean you don't get it done. Failure could just be self-inflicted based off of your expectations on something. So in reality, if a man can't deal with his own failure or his own shortcomings in anything that goes on, what makes you think he'll be anything of a leader if he can't lead himself to be better than what he was? Like, that's one my father taught me that. I mean, my father's failures taught me a lot, and my failures have taught me a lot, and it's made it easier for me to understand that, it's easier to just step up and just deal with it. Some men are just used to running away, and when it comes to situations with their spouse, with their woman, they're used to running away, but in their art of running away is dishing off the blame to somebody else other than themselves.
Ray, can you please pass the fucking offering plate? Because this nigga is spitting.
I'm just like, because in reality, like, let's be real. The greatest men in the world failed, and they rose from their failure. And that's the one thing that we as men have been taught from day one. If you fall down, get your ass back up, do it again. And if you
Batman
fall down
Begins.
again, keep doing it until you figure that shit out. That's not what's being taught in this society. That's not what's being taught to the men of this generation and the next generation, on and on and on, because it's been sheltered. It's been looked at like, oh, okay, it's okay to, you have feelings and this, that, and the third. No, we have roles. Men and women have roles. It's reality, but that doesn't mean somebody's role is more powerful than the others, because like we are like men, we're fucking stupid.
That's what I said. There's that balance.
Like, as a man, I'm fucking stupid sometimes. I can admit it. There are things that I don't look into and I don't find details about that I really need to, that a woman actually does, and it helps. So, like, I hate when men don't take responsibility for themselves or anything that they do. And I'm not saying it like I do it every time, because there are some situations where I catch myself not taking responsibility for myself. But at the end of the day, me understanding that I have those moments is still progress from me just being in complete denial, believing that I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing when I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah, nah, that's facts. You know what I think?
And it also, and another thing, and I'm gonna pass it. And another thing is, it also comes from the females that we deal with, because if you got a strong-minded female, she's going to acknowledge the shit firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a woman who's been in a situation where she understands the value of a good man and a good man with a good woman, and like, there, because I mean, there are some men out here who don't know their potential at the moment, You know, it was at one point I didn't know mine, and it took for me to deal with somebody to really open my eyes to understand who I truly was and what type of person I could really be. And you know, granted, we're not together now, but I still thank her for, you know, giving me the reality check that I needed. Like, dude, you don't belong where you are. Sometimes you need a woman to do that, but men, we have to be open and willing to receive what women give us, even if we don't want to hear it. Sometimes that's another thing that comes with responsibility.
Yeah, we could be stubborn.
Yeah, very stubborn, and we don't want to hear it. And then by the time that we actually want to listen to it, it's too late. And it's not just them telling us that; it's them telling us that, and then saying, "I told you so." Something else that we don't want to hear. Like, we make it hard on ourselves sometimes. At the end of the day, we have power that we are too weak-minded to use in a positive way. So we manipulate and use it in a way where eventually women aren't going to value that part of a man.
Cool. Am I coming in better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
what I was just gonna say real quick about your point, Q, is I feel like, and I've experienced this when I was young. Yo, they really used to like uh what's the word? They really used to indoctrinate into us about like failure being catastrophic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you an example. Like, let's say, you know, you live somewhere and you working, right? But something happened, an emergency happened, you had to, you know, handle it, and as a result, you don't have the money for, you know, that month's rent, and you're only off by like a little bit. But in that scenario, your landlord doesn't give a fuck and still evicts you anyway. You know what I'm saying? All because you didn't have enough money because of the emergency that you know, shit like that. Like, a lot of men are used to seeing shit like that. I'll give you another example. Like, somebody with a job, right? And then they make like an honest mistake. They make like one mistake and then they get fired for it. And as a result, they don't have the income to support themselves anymore unless they find another job. So they're applying and they're applying and they're applying and they're applying and they're applying. And then a month passes by and they still get nothing. You know what I'm saying? I feel
Shit.
like shit's like because a lot of situations like that happen. And, you know, as men, you know, as you said, we pick ourselves up. We pick ourselves up when we get knocked down. But you could be in an environment where getting back up is so difficult because the environment makes it fucking difficult. Not saying that these men aren't getting up or like not trying, but that environment doesn't particularly like make it not I don't want to use the word easy, but it doesn't give them an incentive to, you know, keep trying or keep going because, oh, you know, you don't have a job, so you're broke and you're
But
not, you know
but
what I'm.
that could be true. I'm gonna be honest. That is absolutely true. But even in those situations, because I was a man that was in that situation where I was applying, and I just couldn't get the job, any job. It was just I was going through a bad spurt. But at the same time, I didn't allow it to minimize me as a man, as a father, as a person. I still held my head high. I still held myself with respect. I still carried myself like I was the man that I was. It was just one of those moments where I just couldn't find a fucking job. But
Right.
but at the end of the day, you know, women still respected me as a man because at the end of the day, I didn't hide the fact that I couldn't find a job, but I also didn't hide the fact that I was trying to find one. Like, look here, bitch. I want to come lay with you, but shit, I got this job interview tomorrow. Can you take me to the job interview? No, then all right, I'm gonna holler at you because I gotta catch this bus. Like, priorities go a long way. And
Yeah.
just showing that you have some type of priority in anything. Like like me telling a woman that I'm very particular on people meeting my kids is a plus, apparently. But I just look at it like I just don't trust none of you motherfuckers around my kids. But just showing some type of responsibility and initiative to be a better person is all women really want. But it seems like this generation don't care about that shit. They care about another man's recognition than rather than the woman that they want to deal with recognition. I don't give a fuck about how nobody feel about me except the person I want to be with and my kids.
Straight
But
like that.
but see that was the era I was raised up because it wasn't about what you got. It was about what you are supporting and how you are supporting, and that's what made you a man. You know what I'm saying? My father didn't hang around people that didn't take care of their kids. You get what I'm saying? Because he took care of his kids. And what would he look like being a person that took care of his kids and allowing somebody else not to do the same thing that he's breaking his neck to do every fucking day?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be real. It really pays to keep a certain company, because even if a man is having shortcomings on being a certain type of father that he is needed from him, you know what I'm saying, being around another person who's a full-time dad, or at least you know what I'm saying, not full-time but damn near full-time dad or something like that, will motivate him to want to do something better. Either that, or he'll feel bad and he'll separate himself and continue to be what he is away from where he at. But it really makes you or breaks you in that situation. So in reality, there is really no excuse. It's just about humbling yourself and understanding that situations come and go. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you have to be able to acknowledge that shit, shake that shit off if you can. And if you can't shake that shit off right then and there, acknowledge that you can't, get yourself some help, or and prepare yourself so you can continue to be the better person that you want to be. Like, it's really not. That's why I keep saying we make it difficult. I really value praying and being humble and meditating and relaxing and getting some type of me time to reconnect and heal myself, because I go through spurts where I don't get what I want and I work hard as shit to get it, and it fucks me over. But at the end of the day, like, my kids still look at me a certain way. So yeah, that's me.
You hear that? You gotta be with nature as a man.
Like, that's what it's all about. It's not even about me no more. Every move I make is about how my kids look at me. It's how my kids it's how my kids talk about me. It's how my kids describe me to other people. You know,
All right.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say any last words before we move on to our next topic.
Nah, just hey, a man is not about what you say, it's about how you do it. It's about humbling yourself and understanding that you have power not to abuse, but to lead.
Accountability.
You gotta be bad. You gotta be bold. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard. You gotta be tough. You gotta be
No, you
stronger.
didn't.
Hey,
Push in the corner.
hey, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you because the video instantly just went into my face. I just instantly seen the video in black and white.
Look, all I know, love can say today.
Shut
All
the
right.
fuck up. Get off. We are kicking you off. You can't say nothing else to this motherfucker.
I love that song.
That was classic. I do love that song.
That's hard.
Don DeMarco.
All right. On to our next topic. Y'all know who Ruby Rose is?
Yes.
Okay. There was
No.
she just did a. No. Okay. She just did this music video that I saw, and it basically
Oh, I remember her. I just looked her up on Google.
Oh,
I remember
Batwoman.
her. She used to be Batwoman. Yeah.
Ruby Rose. No.
Is there
I knew you
another
were talking
one?
about the
She's
other
a
one.
rapper.
It's the black one.
Yes.
Yeah, they
Yes.
have the
Thank
same
you.
names.
Oh, Ruby with an I. Ruby with an I, not a Y. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, what she
I
do now?
forgot. I forgot the other chick. Her name was Ruby Rose. But anyway, um, this was one of the videos. She just dropped a video. It's about to hit 1 million views, and it's basically like she was um telling her parents is like what she like, and like during the video she's like end up basically, how she want a roughneck nigga to come, do rough shit to her while she's popping her ass and shaking her ass and popping pussy right in front of her parents and all that other
Oh
stuff.
wow.
And yeah, it's one of those, but it's just like
Ratchet.
I know. So it's just, I said, some people just want to be hoes and all that other stuff, and it got to a point where when it comes to like rap like this, especially a lot of female rap, you see a lot of things that it's just like you notice they're doing a lot of. I can understand sexual innuendos and all that other stuff, but the visual thing is another thing. Like I wouldn't want to see a video where my daughter is popping the pussy right in front of my face. So I had this question: is like, are most of these women? Do you think they're selling raps or they're selling sex?
I don't even fucking know.
This is
I'm
straight
not
out of a
buying.
porno, son.
I'm not buying either.
Did you see the video?
Oh, it's
I'm
playing
not-
right now in the background on my computer. It's crazy.
I'm not buying.
Like,
I'm
Okay.
not buying
they had
either.
the table, and they're asking her what she's looking for in a man. Oh my god! And she just started.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hey.
you found it. Yep, you found it.
Hey, sex
Wow.
sells. Sex sells.
It does.
Yeah,
They
but
just don't
It's
give a fuck
lame as
anymore.
shit now. That shit is getting old
I'm
as
Who's
trying
fuck.
to.
seeing it? I don't think that's ever been a priority. Who sees it?
Like,
Long as
no,
it's seen.
okay.
I'm gonna be honest, women, ladies, we love the fuck out of y'all. Okay, but it's getting old. It really is. It's getting old. It's getting old. It's getting tired, and it's not it no more.
And you know they're gonna say, well, what about the men that do this and that? I'm like, that's old too.
That's old too.
But we're not talking about that right now. We're
We're
talking
not.
about
Yeah,
this.
that's not the subject right now. We're talking
Mhm.
about y'all. When we talk about us, we shut the fuck up and we hear what y'all gotta say.
Because everybody's trying to
Nope.
one up Lil Kim
This is where
and
it
Nicki Minaj.
starts.
But the thing,
And
see,
At
the
least
thing-
Lil
the
Kim
thing-
shit was tasteful and
Right.
creative.
But
and her
the thing
stuff was
about
like
Lil
a
Kim,
boss.
but the thing about Little Kim that gets me, that doesn't get me about everybody else. Little Kim can rap,
Right.
like it's not like this is no shot. But
Right.
it's like almost everybody who's selling it now sounds the same. Little Kim did not sound the
Yes.
same.
She
She
did
didn't
not.
sound the same. The way she said certain things, the way she a girl could just say suck. I'm a suck a nigga dick. She could say that on a song, but the way Little Kim said it, it wasn't just that.
But you know why?
detailed.
It's because it was original.
Exactly. And even Nicki Minaj, I don't even think Nicki Minaj really gets into that shit like that.
She
I think
really
she's-
doesn't know.
Yeah, I think
she does a
I
little
think she's
something,
real
something,
I think she's
but
real
she does it
classy.
more.
She's real classy. She says little slick shit that'd be like, oh, she said that, but Nicki
Nicki
Minaj.
Minaj does
She don't.
innuendos.
Yeah.
Right. She don't go overboard. She don't go overboard.
She does
Nicki
innuendos.
Minaj takes pictures with the outside of her boob, but covers her areola with her hands. That's the type of rap she does. Like it's you can kind of see it, but you like, but it's tasteful. It's like cool. I can deal with it, and she can also rap with men, out rap men, bar for bar. So it's not just sex; it's bars. So when sex is your primary delivery, it's not good anymore. When bars is your primary delivery and you can add sex to it, because Nicki Minaj, I mean, Lil Kim, if everybody knows, Lil Kim was a rapper. She didn't know how to be sexy. So it was like, but everybody now is just coming out just doing the same shit. And it's not even, it's cool for or whatever, but it's like we're going through a phase where like it's like a one-hit wonder thing now. Like
It's monkey see, monkey do.
I swear it's terrible. Like it's fucking horrible. It's like
I'm just not liking the whole fact of like some of these girls want to be so free and they want to say like I do whatever the fuck I want to do. Nobody can check me. Nobody can say anything to me. I'm not here to impress anybody. But I'm like, but honey, the moment that somebody does say something and you claim you don't care and you're not impressing anybody, you make it a live, blowing up, crying, going off,
oh my
talking
God,
about
I'm the
all
victim.
kind of stuff.
I'm the victim.
I'm like,
I'm the
so
victim. Like,
actually, you do care. Secondly, I'm like, when did it become a thing where you do anything you want in front of your parents? I'm like, I still don't like cussing too hard in front of my parents.
I don't smoke weed around my mother.
And my parents, my
no
mother
smell.
cusses just like me. Well, I cuss just like my mother, but I still don't really want to cuss in front of them like that.
Nah,
I'm
my
the same
father.
way.
Yeah, man, my father. Yeah, no, fuck no. It's just the principle. It's like everybody's morals and respect is out the window, and that's a trend. Like, since when has disrespect been a trend? Like, towards other people and themselves.
Like I don't even talk about dating in front of my parents, and I'm about
Nah,
to be
I don't
28
either.
years old.
I don't either.
I feel
never did.
embarrassed. Like I feel like a child. I'm like, oh my god, I don't want y'all to know. I don't want them to ask me any questions.
No, I'm good.
So it's like y'all sitting here talking about you want to pop your pussy in front of your parents. Like, excuse you?
Yo.
I don't even listen to certain type of music around my father. Like, I don't
Yo,
Lil
yo,
Durk,
Xavier,
Lil Durk, and all of them. The youngest that I get in my little mood, and I want to hear some Lil Durk or something like that. But I'm not gonna play that around my father.
Yo, personally, I'm a time and place type of person, yo.
Yeah,
I'm like, this type of stuff never moved the needle. Growing up, never did. Like, if I want to see shit like this, is either my girl's gonna tell me this and she could act like this all she wants, but in front of me, or if I'm going to like a fucking strip club, I want to see that shit. But in a mainstream music video and shit on every TV show, I'm like, yo, come on, yo. You taking the fun away. Yo, this shit has to be taboo, yo. That's how I enjoy it. Keep that shit taboo, so you gotta look for this shit. When it's mainstream like this, and now every girl's influenced and they grow up acting this way, I'm like, so which one's legit now? Which one can you, like, that's what makes it harder for us to even fucking choose these women. And they want to get mad when we call them certain names because they do a certain thing to their bodies and shit. I'm like, yo, nah, I want to see that side of you when we're fucking together. You can say all the nasty shit you want. I like that shit. But I don't want to know you got that shit from here. I don't think you live that way. Yeah.
AD Wolf. More and more, every woman starts to prove to me why I continue to say Missy Elliott is the greatest female artist to ever live, because she was a fucking legend without ever selling this. She didn't have to do it. She did
say stuff though, but it wasn't.
She said stuff, but it was.
But at the same time, I think it was different because everyone thinks she's a lesbian.
Exactly.
So I think it is a little. I think she's a lesbian, but it is a little.
I don't even mind them saying, like, even though they were silly with their words too,
but
though.
still,
right?
It wasn't blatant.
About what they
it wasn't blatant in your face. It wasn't blatant.
It was hot. It was hot. Like the way they said it.
Right? It wasn't blatant. It wasn't in your face.
Missy was witty.
Like
you could play. Put it this way: you could play their songs on the radio.
Yes, I can show you.
You could play the songs. Do y'all remember the era? Hey, let me tell y'all something. Can I ask y'all a question? This is how bad it's gotten now. Do y'all remember an era where you could turn on the radio and Magic Stick was playing on the radio?
Oh yeah. Shit.
Like, let's be real. Everybody knew what the fuck he was talking about.
Hello, first of all, the song,
but she sex a nigga so good she got to tell the boys.
Inappropriate. Some radio stations wouldn't play it.
Yeah,
because it was so inappropriate.
But I'm just saying, like, and that was like, it still wasn't blatant. It was stuff. Yeah, it kind of was, but still, it was being played on the radio. It was
innuendos.
It was like it wasn't.
She said, "I don't know if I can lick once, I can lick twice." But now the girls was like, "I don't know if I can suck his dick down my throat, make him come." It's like
exactly. That's exactly my point. That's exactly my point. It's like, can we fish out what is being said instead of you blatantly just saying it? Like tweet, like the singer tweet that oops song. I did not know what the fuck that meant until I was like 16, 17 years old.
But first of all, that's not even tweet though, because if you listen to her album, that's the only song that sounds like that.
Exactly. That was
not
Missy
even
Elliott.
Her vibe.
That was Missy Elliott.
Yeah, that's not even her vibe. So
even then, it took me years to find out what the fuck they were saying. Like, imagine that song today.
Right.
Oh my God! Imagine that song.
That'd be tame.
I'd rather songs.
Oops on my be tame as fuck.
But what were you about to say, Ray?
I was about to say the first time I ever asked my father for relationship advice, I felt like I was 5. That's what I was about to. Yeah,
For
no, you're
real.
right. There's some things I go to my mom, like I don't curse in front of my moms, or I try not to, and like I don't get like too loud with my father and all that other stuff because that out of respect. It's just
Oh
like
no,
there's some things I don't like. I'm a
you know
grown man.
me.
I don't
My
do
mouth
things
is a
in front
little
of my
crazy.
parents that I don't even like drinking alcohol in front of my parents. And
Okay,
anybody
I'm so
know me,
glad you
I
said
can
that.
drink.
I'm so glad you said that. I almost sneak. And the things though, they don't care. My mother does not care. But it's like I don't want her to see me getting another margarita. Like,
My father,
I
I'm
used
not
to
gonna lie.
feel like that
I'm not gonna
until
lie. My
me and my
father kind
mother
of,
actually got high together.
my father forced me to like indulge in certain things in front of him because he wants me to be comfortable around him. But for a long time, I didn't do so. It was certain shit I did, but it was certain shit I would not do.
yeah.
Like I recently, like when I turned 21, my father smoked with me. My father's a chronic weed smoker, so that was going to happen. But even now, like I don't smoke with my father all the time. Like me and my father smoke separately. We'll smoke in the same room together. Like we'll sit in the car together and talk, but we won't smoke the same blunt together. Like it's never like we are still like it's always been that because it's just a respect I got for him. I don't know why. So
Yeah,
when
like I don't want to get too comfortable.
yeah.
I can be
I
very
want you to
comfortable with
still
my
know you
mom
my
and
dad.
I.
Like, nah, nigga, you still my father.
Right.
Like, because even if I ask him about relationship advice, my father's response, because he's so blunt and bland and such a like dad and a man and shit. So like, if I'm like, Dad, what you think I should do about this girl? Nigga, you need to worry about yourself. Keep worrying about these goddamn women. You gonna be out here broke, looking stupid. You wanna be out here broke, looking stupid? You ain't gonna get no woman after that. Like, that's what I'm here. So it's like, fuck that. I don't even want to hear what the fuck you got to say. Like, I'm gonna just leave it alone. That she ain't shit. Okay, let's go to the next one. Like,
yeah, it's like my mom asked me, she's like, "Oh, you're not gonna go to Pride?" And it's like I'm looking at her like as if I'm not gay. Pride? Why would I go there? Like I felt so weird.
Fuck? That's funny as shit.
I felt so weird. I'm like, why are you
Why
asking
would
me
I
about
go,
Pride?
Mom? Why would I go to Pride?
For real.
What's Pride, Mom?
For real, right. And I just started getting comfortable with telling them about like when people used to, say stuff to me out in public. They never knew about a lot of that stuff. 'Cause I never came home and like expressed it because I just didn't want to have that conversation. I just always felt uncomfortable.
I don't
But
know. That's a part.
yeah.
I don't know. It's the I don't know. My parent, my dad is he's weird. Like my mother,
Yeah.
my mother is like my mother. My mom wants me to be the mama's boy so bad. Like it's funny.
but
I'm a
but
mama's boy.
also that's how I felt like watching that video. I was like, if that was my daughter, I'd have been like, oh Lord, my daughter's a hoe. That's I'm gonna be honest. Like if I was and ladies, I'm
But
sorry,
you're
but
being
that's
nice.
probably what I'm being nice, but it's like if you look at the video, the father's like falling out. He's like, "Oh Lord,"
Yep.
he has a
He pulled a Fred
disappointing look
Sanford,
on his
yo. He was
face.
like
Wouldn't
Elizabeth, and
you have a
Elizabeth sitting right
disappointed
there.
look in your face if your daughter told you that she wanted to be choked and slapped and
Daddy,
fucked and
I
left?
want to pop my pussy. You're like, oh God.
Oh, what do you want to do?
Jesus.
What do you want to do?
I want to swing
And
Pop
that,
what?
pole.
Pop what?
Like, oh.
The only thing you are going to be popping open is the Bible when we get home. You will not be
Okay.
open nothing.
well,
Okay.
what makes you think I want to look at you pop your ass right in front in the
Okay.
dinner table? I eat here, bitch.
It's
I
Hey,
right
look,
don't.
there,
I ain't gonna
son.
lie. I'd have pushed her off that table so fucking fast.
Some dumb
Okay. Her hip
Even
is
the
This is
sister was
broken.
like, "Damn, all right."
this is one of these
I
moments
wouldn't even
where
do that.
I am so happy to be African because my daughter, she gonna remember my face if she even think about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That alone is gonna stop her.
God.
Like hell no.
Yeah, no. I
And
will never be that comfortable.
look, and ladies, look. I know some women are just going to be hoes. I get that, but I feel like they're just.
Ray.
I'm just look.
No, it's
Hey,
just you don't do it.
some women are just gonna be hoes. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
brothels exist for a reason.
I've been to enough strip clubs to know that there's a lot of women with daddy issues and shit. So it's just, It's just that, hey, some of them gonna be hoes, but there's some things.
At the birth note for you to do all that in front of saying daddy. Like, goddamn.
Time and place, yo.
Look,
That's hilarious.
yeah, like D-Will said, there's a time and place for everything, and I feel like even with that video, it's just like you about to present this to little girls, and I feel sorry for some little girl to think that popping a pussy in front of their father is like the correct thing to do.
Acceptable.
God forbid. Yeah, acceptable and some shit like
hey, you know what that video kind of reminded me of in a weird way? That dumbass TV show from MTV called Parental Control.
I love that fucking show, bro.
That shit was
Is
funny.
that the one where like the daughter went on dates and the boyfriends had to watch?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, for some reason that shit gave me that type of shit. Like where it was like I fucking hate why the like it was like that was the girlfriend and the son was out dating other people and shit, and well, you know, they do shit like it was just weird as fuck. But it doesn't sell anymore, ladies. I mean, it does, but at the same time, like talent does matter. And
go ahead.
I'm waiting for talent to come back. So
yeah,
I'm just waiting for that.
I just want somebody who can rap. I mean, can you look good as hell and rap at the same time? Like, can you do that? Like, can you rap about something other than the same stuff? Can you go bar for bar with everybody?
But the thing is, though, there are females out there that can rap. They rap hard.
Yeah.
Hard MCs, but because they're not out here talking about their pussy.
Exactly.
And they're not out here caressing and gyrating, they're not really getting the same type. Because if you've noticed, all these girls that you find on Twitter or on Instagram that battle rap or something, and they're mad good and they're young, how come they're not getting the same attention as these stupid bitches that's almost he put a corn dog in my pussy, you know? You're like, huh? Why is she getting attention? Yeah, you know somebody's saying so. You know that girl Cupcake?
Yeah, I was about to say I've heard some wild shit from Cupcake that I was like,
"Hey, slow."
I said, turn this shit. Someone played me Cupcake. I said, turn this shit off.
Wait, I'm sorry. I want to. Since we're talking about Cupcake, did y'all see that? I know y'all seen it. I know y'all seen that video of the girl on the boat.
No, I didn't. No.
And she over there sucking dick and having sex while she rapping.
What?
Y'all didn't see it? Okay.
Lord, I might have to investigate this for science.
Yes, please do. Because I was, and she's not sexy. So don't even worry about it. She was not sexy.
I know.
I was
Cupcake's not the most attractive.
She's literally, and like you can see the guys' dicks. She's sucking it and she's having sex with them, and she's rapping, and I'm like, this is what we come down to. Okay.
Yeah. This is what we've come down to.
Honestly, this is what happens when you don't gatekeep. I'm going to say this is what happens when you don't gatekeep.
You niggas don't gatekeep.
Yeah. Yes.
Y'all want niggas to be.
This shit is trash.
Y'all want niggas.
And ladies, I say this about male rappers too. There's some male rappers that I think should never, ever get on the mic.
NBA YoungBoy.
I feel like
niggas love YoungBoy though.
They like all young this, little and little this. They love them all.
Niggas love YoungBoy. I don't.
And a young, and an NBA or whatever. I'm like,
It took me a while to. I grew into Lil Uzi. Yachty's still trash to me. I don't listen to Kodak.
I don't know why you keep giving Yachty chances, Ray. He's gonna disappoint you.
I don't know why.
He said he's not a rapper, didn't he? He said it.
It's okay if you're not.
But I like Yachty's personality. He's a good dude though.
I'm pretty sure he's a good dude and he's probably fun to be around. I say this all the time in my reviews, but when it comes to his raps, they are fucking terrible. He's a horrible rapper. And D-Wolf, he said himself, he said he wants to be the best rapper alive. I said, you need to start rapping first. I just that's
I'm a funny nigga. I'm up on
He
the
is
That shit was
vocal.
funny,
Everybody
though,
has to die
yo.
first.
They told him to freestyle. He was about to. He's saying,
Hey, everybody has to die
I'm
first.
not a rapper. He just gave
But-
up. I was like,
But
oh,
you
come
know
on.
what? Now that y'all saying that, it's so sad how there's no more like honor in the game anymore. Niggas legitimately don't want to step their craft up because it's all about the money and the glam and how much clout you can get and shit. Because
A lot of them feel like they don't need to.
yeah, a lot of them feel like they don't need to, but at the same time, like a lot of them just want to vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because like I feel like there's a difference between niggas who really trying to do this rap shit and niggas who's just about the vibe. Like, for example, Future is just about the vibe. I don't really care if the nigga got lyrics or not because the nigga always got a vibe in his music, right?
Yeah.
But like, I'll listen to someone like a J. Cole or like a Kendrick Lamar because I know I'm gonna have some quality ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Absol quality ass shit. But someone like a fucking Future or like a Young Thug or like a gun, this nigga gonna say Papa P a paranoid, like bruh. But this shit,
But that shit is fire.
yeah, but that shit's fire. She not a lesbian for P, she turned lesbian, like bruh. What the fuck? This is
That
stupid.
shit is hard.
I love
Oh
it.
my
It's
God.
hard.
I couldn't resist it.
I
tried
wanna say
so
it.
hard.
I say it
I
every
tried
fucking
so hard
time.
not to like it, and I was like,
bruh, I
God,
can't.
goodness gracious,
This
this
song
is
is
a
so likable.
masterpiece.
Bruh, I'll give you another one. And me and Ray, this is one of our favorite fucking songs. Told that bitch you motherfucking right.
Dog,
Dog.
I
Hey,
love 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz is
love
the
that
epitome of a vibe.
Of a vibe, bruh.
He is a vibe. Period.
That nigga, he will say the dumbest shit, and I think it's the genius shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's what I love about 2 Chainz. He make the dumbest shit sound cool. That's why I love
that boy said 2 pit bulls and a Tech 9.
What's the rap jersey with the missing eye?
Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap.
I
Fetty
remember
Wap.
when he first came out, I'm like, what the fuck? He's whack. Oh, this ain't rap. Now, I'm like, he was way better than these dudes now.
Yeah, baby.
that nigga literally took over the mid 2010s, bro.
Hey, well,
he did.
What, 2 songs.
2 songs in heavy rotation.
Baby, don't you come my way.
Like, bruh.
That was a light. Hey, y'all remember when Ray Shrummer took over?
Oh my goodness.
Yo, I actually
that was a legit moment.
I actually like Sway Lee. That's
why I'm saying that, like, that was legit.
It was cool.
Put on
That was cool. It wasn't.
That was legit.
Them niggas just like the party, man. They was alright.
I'm like, now he want to be a little fake me out rock star with these leather pants and boots.
That girl was
a real crowd, please. Small world, all her friends know me.
They know me.
You know me.
Like, bruh.
That nigga just went to doing hooks and he good. He's like, he made his money.
Right. That's what I like about Sway Lee. He knows his role. He'll play his role.
Why you make it so complicated?
I'm saying.
I still love that song. But I think it's because of Janae Aiko. Probably because I love Janae Aiko, but
duh.
But any last words before we move on to our next topic?
Step your shit up.
Please.
No.
Bruh.
Please don't pop your pussy in front of your father. This is just.
Hey, fathers, start slapping the shit out of them. I'm sorry. My bad.
Right.
Hey, keep going, Kevin Hart, his kids. Just, I'm gonna push them off.
Punch him in the fucking face. Like the fuck? How dare you have that? You don't respect me. So at this point, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
That's why they invented. That's why I invented wrestling moves. Q. It's like
hey, you better know it.
I was just thinking shit. I would just RKO myself when I find him about to do something stupid.
I told my nephew he's gonna catch a last ride real soon.
Nah, I'm more of a I'm more of a bro kick type of guy.
He said bro kick.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm old school. I'm clothesline from hell.
Oh man, god damn, god
It's
damn
it's
it. Woo,
it's
that
quick,
shit gonna sound
and
like
by
a
the
slap in
time
the
you see
face.
it, yeah, by the time you see it,
over.
it's
It's
over.
over.
I'm a black mass type of nigga. I'll just Alistair Black the
Oh,
shit out you.
just to see a nigga do a spinning heel kick out of
Shit,
nowhere,
look, put
shit
it
just
this way.
oh.
Put it this way. And if they want to play dirty, I'm a Ric Flair. I'm a Ric Flair gold dust type of guy. Thumb to the eye.
Bitch.
I don't know about
Yeah.
Goldust because the first thing I think of when it comes to Goldust is that it's Shattered Dreams. So I don't know about Goldust.
Nah, I'm not gonna get nobody no shattered dreams, bro.
No, we ain't
Right.
doing
I
shattered
don't.
I
dreams.
don't know
But
about Goldust. I don't know about
gold
Goldust.
dust. Gold dust a dirty. That's a dirty boy right there. He gonna pluck you in the eye. He gonna
He gonna pluck
Hey
you in the
Dion,
eye.
he gonna thumb to the
Dion,
eye.
Yeah.
would you take a shattered dreams or a Walter slap?
I'm taking the shattered
Damn.
dreams. Fuck that shit. The hell. Do you not remember what the fuck he did to Adam Cole? That fucking
Nigga,
slap
in your
reverberated
dream,
throughout
all
the
chest is still purple, nigga. What the fuck you mean?
nigga. That shit echoed through the entire fucking East Coast.
Hey,